Have you ever been told you're too young, too emotional, or just not good enough to make it? What if the very things they mocked became your superpower? This is the story of a girl who turned heartbreak into anthems, rejection into record deals, and silence into a global roar. The world tried to define her, but she redefined the world. This is Taylor Swift, and if you've ever doubted yourself, her journey is exactly what you need to hear. In this video, you'll discover how Taylor faced years of rejection before breaking records, the mindset that helped her reinvent herself again and again, how her vulnerability became her ultimate strength. If you've ever felt dismissed, betrayed, or unseen, this story will shift your mindset. It's not just about music. It's about courage, self-worth, and becoming unstoppable in your own skin. Lesson 1. Start where you are. Taylor Swift didn't start with fame. She started with a notebook, a guitar, and a voice full of dreams. At just 11 years old, she and her mom drove to Nashville, handing out demo CDs to every record label they could find. Most of them ignored her. Some smiled politely. None called back. But instead of feeling defeated, Taylor turned every closed door into fuel. She wrote more songs, studied songwriting like it was science, and kept showing up. Her beginnings were humble. No music dynasty, no viral moment. Just a young girl from Pennsylvania with the courage to try. That's the lesson here. You don't have to wait for permission. Start messy. Start small. Just start. Greatness begins when you act on your passion before the world is ready to applaud it. Lesson 2. Turn pain into power. Middle school wasn't kind to Taylor. She didn't fit in. She was teased, laughed at, left out. And when heartbreak followed in her teen years, most would have bottled it up. But Taylor did something different. She turned it into music. Her pain became poetry. Her diary became hits. Every song was a mirror to her soul and a lighthouse to others lost in their own emotions. What made her powerful wasn't just her voice, it was her honesty. She showed the world that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's strength. When you own your story, when you give pain a purpose, you create art that heals. She taught millions to feel without fear, and she turned every tear into a reason to rise. Lesson 3. Don't let them define you. When Taylor first broke out, she was labeled as a country star. Sweet, safe, predictable. But inside her was more sound, more soul, more story. As the industry tried to box her in, Taylor took a risk. She changed everything. She shifted to pop, then later to indie folk. Each transition was bold. And with every reinvention, critics doubted her, fans questioned her, and headlines speculated about her downfall. But she didn't shrink to fit their version of her. She expanded to meet the one she believed in. Reinvention isn't betrayal, it's courage. You are allowed to evolve, to outgrow spaces, labels, and expectations. Taylor proved that being true to your growth is the only way to stay relevant, not just in the charts, but in life. Lesson 4. Own your story. When Taylor lost ownership of her master recordings, it wasn't just a business loss, it was deeply personal. The songs she wrote at 16, the memories, the work taken. But instead of staying silent, she fought back. She didn't just speak out, she took action. She re-recorded her albums, note by note, word by word, and launched a movement. It was about more than music. It was about control, agency, and reclaiming power. She didn't wait for justice. She created it. In a world that constantly tries to take pieces of you, Taylor showed what it means to fight for what's yours. Your story belongs to you. And if someone tries to rewrite it, write louder. Lesson 5. Use your platform for purpose. For years, Taylor stayed out of politics. She was told to be quiet, stay neutral, avoid controversy. But growth changed that. She began speaking out on LGBTQ+ rights, women's rights, voting rights, and artist rights. And it wasn't easy. She faced backlash, boycotts, even threats. But she realized something powerful. Silence helps the oppressor. Her fame wasn't just fame, it was influence. And she chose to use it with purpose. That's a reminder to us all. Your platform, no matter how big or small, can spark change. Don't underestimate the power of your voice. Use it, even when it shakes. Don't go anywhere, because the moment Taylor stood alone against a giant is the moment everything changed. Lesson 6. Stand tall in the storm. Taylor's battle with music executives wasn't just a tabloid headline. It was a war over identity. When she refused to be silenced or manipulated, many told her to move on. But Taylor knew her worth. She stood firm, alone, often afraid, but always principled. She testified in court, challenged contracts, and faced the machine head-on. She didn't fight to be right. She fought to be respected. That's what real courage looks like. Not the absence of fear, but standing tall in spite of it. In the face of pressure, she chose principle. And that's how legacies are made. Not in easy times, but in fire. Lesson 7. Keep creating no matter what. Throughout her career, Taylor could have stopped. After each betrayal, each heartbreak, each insult. But instead, she wrote more, created more, shared more. In isolation, she made Folklore and Evermore, 2 albums born from solitude and soul-searching. She turned pain into progress, chaos into clarity. When the world gets loud, your art can be your sanctuary. Keep creating, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard, because what you make in your darkest moments might just be what lights the way for someone else. Taylor Swift didn't just become an icon. She became a mirror, reflecting the highs and lows of human experience. She taught us that power isn't found in being perfect, it's found in being real, in showing up again and again, even when the world tries to pull you apart. Her story isn't just music, it's movement. It's what happens when you honor your voice, your growth, your pain, and your dreams. It's what happens when you don't wait to be chosen. You choose yourself. You are not too much. You are not too sensitive. You are exactly enough. Your voice matters. Your fire matters. Your story is still unfolding, and your next chapter could be the one that changes everything. If Taylor's journey moved you, don't let it stop here. Subscribe for more stories that remind you what's possible. The next one might be the message that lights your fire. Share this video with someone who needs strength right now. Someone who's been told to dim their light. Because the world needs more people who rise, not in spite of their pain, but because of it. And remember, they tried to silence her. She became louder than ever. So can you.